All right, guys, today we're going to discuss what an ellipse is. An ellipse is kind of like a circle, but it's got a little squished. So we have some vocab words we need to discuss. We have two foci, or what's called a focus. Those are those green dots. We have a minor axis, which is going to be smaller. Minor is smaller than a major, which actually in this case will go up and down since my ellipse is longer this way. He doesn't matter, he's just some kind of point. My center again is in the center. My major axis will go left and right since he's longer. My vertices or my vertexes will lie on whatever my major axis is. So since I'm laying left and right, excuse me, my vertices will lay left and right. And then I also have this definition called a covertex. And he will be on the minor axis, and in this case, he goes up and down. And then here is the equation for an ellipse. Now, ellipses are fractions, as you can see. The a values come from the distance from the center to the vertex, which is why the x comes first, because it's on, in this case, roughly the x-axis. It's laying long ways. The b will be the distance from the center to the minor axis, or from the center to the covertex, which will lie on the minor axis, and it should always be equal to 1. Likewise, it can flip. And I might have to scroll down a little bit. My focus will still be on the major axis. This time my minor is going across. My center will still be in the middle. My major axis this time, however, gets flipped since it's going up and down. Come on, thank you. My vertices, one will be up top here and one will be down here. My covertices will be on left and right this time. And then the equation is that I have my A underneath my Y. Now, I can change the order that I see any of the X's or Y's, but essentially what I'm looking for is the bigger number. A squared should physically always be larger than B squared. Wherever the larger number lies tells you which way your shape will go. So since A is bigger on the Y, it goes up and down. Since A was bigger underneath the X, it goes left and right. All right, we're going to learn how to write the equation. So write an equation in standard form of an ellipse that has a vertex at 0, 5 and a covertex at 2, 0 and the center at the origin. So my vertex is at the point, I can't keep burping, 0, 5. So if I do a rough sketch, just to figure out which way that is, I would end up being up here. And then likewise, I would be down there because they flip. So my vertex is going to go up and down. So my larger number needs to go under the y. So I have x squared plus y squared equals 1. So we identify that the vertex is going to be on the y because it's in the y coordinate. And I'm going to take that value and I'm going to square it. So that means that the covertex has to go under the x. Same idea here. We're going to write an equation in standard form of ellipse that has a vertex at 0, -6 and a covertex at 3, 0. So since, again, my -6 is in the y, I'm going to have my vertex going up and down. So that's down here. But he's going to be squared, so it's 6 times 6, -6 times -6, which is 36. And then I have 3 times 3, which is 9. Write an equation in standard form of an ellipse that has a vertex at 4, 0 and a curved vertex at 0, 3 and a center at the origin. So x squared plus y squared equals 1. The vertex this time is in the x coordinate, so it'll be 16 under the x and 9 under the y. Write an equation with a vertex at 2, 0 and a co-vertex at 0, 4. Vertex is in the x spot, so he's squared. Co-vertex is in the, did I say x or y? Vertex is in the x, so under the x. Co-vertex is in the y, so under the y. I really thought for a second I said y, and I didn't want to not agree with what I said, with what I wrote. Scientists use the transonic tunnel at NASA Langley Research Center in Virginia to study the dynamics of airflow. The elliptical opening of the tunnel is 82 feet wide and 58 feet high. Find the equation of ellipse. Well, let's think about this. Wide is going left and right, is it not? Oops, that's not the way I wanted to draw that one. And high goes up and down. So which one is bigger, 82 or 58? Good, the 82. So this is going to be my vertex, which will be on the x-axis. So I have x squared plus y squared equals 1. And 82 squared, whew, it's a really large number, I know that. 6,724. And then I need to take my 58 squared, which is 3,364. Enjoy your homework.